The EY Next Wave Leadership Award honors rising professionals who are leading the future of our cultural community. And the finalists are Kayvan Khalatbari for incorporating arts and culture into his businesses, volunteer service, and activism.
My first entrepreneurial endeavor in Denver was Cbca. We're now at 3 locations. 9 months later, I started Denver Leaf, which was one of the first vertically integrated cannabis businesses in Colorado. Now with Denver Leaf Consulting, where we have over 40 clients in 12 states in Canada and Puerto Rico. Shortly after that, Sexpot Comedy started as an outlet of marketing those 2 businesses. And now we have 40 live shows every month in LA, Denver, New York, and Chicago. We have about 25 podcasts on our network, all done by creative, young DIY artists. My company, Sexpot Comedy, is probably a really good example of how business has fueled art and vice versa. That I got involved in the comedy scene here in Denver and started speaking with some of the comics, the showrunners that were producing those shows, and really realized that they could use maybe a little more help, something to entice folks to get them there. And that's what we did, and we started using all of our marketing budgets at my businesses to fuel local art projects, community projects, and that kind of set the fire for what I'm doing with Sexpot Comedy and Birdie Magazine and a lot of the art endeavors. I found out that my businesses could thrive by supporting community and supporting art. I think that our artists and all residents in general really in the city need to be civically active and civically engaged and understand that that's not just a right, but in my mind it's an obligation. I'd say the creativity that I have in my business or that I use to build my businesses it's not a straight line. It's something that meanders a bit. And unless you meander, I don't know that you're ever going to really think outside the box and be able to find new ways of doing things, to be innovative, to engage new people, to meet new people and bring them into the fold. It's not about the bottom line, it's about helping. It's about being a part of something bigger than ourselves.
Jackson Stevens for making the arts more accessible to young professionals through Colorado Symphony's Remix.
I really view myself as an ambassador when it comes to the arts and culture in Colorado. I've been very fortunate in the past few years to work with organizations like Denver Startup Week, Impact Denver with the Metro Chamber Leadership Foundation, City Build with the Downtown Denver Partnership, and because of my interesting background in classical music and technology, I usually have a lot of interesting insight. I can go to those roundtable discussions and I can talk to them about what the arts are doing, what the arts mean to our community, why they're so important. I find that a big part of the arts and a big part of arts organizations is just awareness. Specifically the Colorado Symphony, I was very fortunate at the time when I was on staff that I was allowed to create some interesting programs to help audience development. One of those programs is Remix, the Young Professional program. The other program was Beethoven and Brews. The hypothesis was I think people like drinking beer in Denver, and I think Beethoven string quartets are really beautiful music, so why not combine them? We try to figure out ways that we can encourage that inviting sense in the Remix Young Professional program. At the same time, not watering down anything, but providing a very inviting kind of comprehensible first step into the art form, specifically for symphonic music. There's another program with which I was heavily involved called Cross Cultured, which the way I've described it to many people is kind of the Denver area super pass for millennials into arts and cultural events. So we took all of the young professional organizations that are affiliated with all of the major arts and culture institutions in Denver, and we created a very streamlined, easily marketed way for people to understand what they can experience. Like any art form, it takes time to build that appreciation and to discover what speaks to you. I mean, what would Colorado be without the arts and the creative sector? We talk about it all the time in terms of what the arts have in terms of its ability to affect communities and empower communities and change communities for the better. It's just absolutely vital.